sales rep in Sam's Club forever. Imagine that. No one raised their hand. That's interesting. No one took this job because they just wanted to sell shit in Sam's Club. Wow, that's odd. No, but no one, right? When I took this job, I didn't do it because I wanted to be a sales rep in Sam's Club forever, right? I took it because in a second round, really, after my second round, I thought everything that the guy said was complete bullshit. But then I started anyways, because I needed a job, and I could wear a suit to work every day. And I was there for probably 3 weeks before I really realized, hey, maybe this isn't complete bullshit, right? Because about my first week, and this is old, like old school, right? We used to sell only DirecTV. This was back before we could even bundle it with AT&T, internet, or anything like that, right? So I'm old school. But my first week, I did 9 DirecTVs, right? Which would be like equivalent to
18
lines, okay? So not awesome, but not bad, okay? The next week, I did 4 DirecTVs because I was my first week by myself. I didn't really know what I was doing. And then my third week, I did 11 DirecTVs, okay? And I hit leadership, and I got to go to a regional leaders meeting. So here's the thing. Regional leaders meetings are coming up. I don't know if you guys have talked about that. I think you did yesterday.
Yeah.
But regional leaders meetings, okay? I tell you what, if there, I would be doing everything in my power to be going to a regional leaders meeting, okay? I'm sure these guys have some like stuff that you need to do to qualify to be able to get an invite to go to that. One, I think, would probably be a leader. Okay, that's a good start. So if you're not a leader, get to leadership. But it was at the regional leaders meeting where I saw a bigger picture, right? Because you guys see this office right now. Some of you guys, you've obviously all heard about the Denver office. You've heard about the Dallas office, but it's different when you actually get to see the people, right? And you get to see the people who go up on stage and speak, and they're just like you. They're not any better than you, right? And when I saw a regional leaders meeting and I saw people go up on stage and I saw Bill Bishop and I got to meet him and he was just like a normal ass ogre looking dude, like I was just like, damn, if he could, I got this, okay? So that's really where I bought in, okay? So anyways, I saw my second round. I 3 weeks into the business, I decided, man, I want to run my own shit. I want to be a boss. And I always knew I wanted to be a boss, but I didn't know that this was going to be what was going to get me there until I was about 3 weeks in, right? So, no one in here, it sounds like, wants to be a sales rep. Everybody's in here because they want to get the management, right? Everybody's in here because they want to run shit, okay? So what does that look like? Okay, we're going to run through the management training program real quick. Y'all are going to help me with some of the numbers, but everybody starts out entry level, right?
Yep.
Okay, entry level. What is entry level for? It's for you to learn the business, right? It's for you to learn how to deal with people. It's for you to learn how to deal with rejection and deal with the ups and downs of the field. It's not supposed to be easy, right? But if you can learn how to deal with some of the Karens in the store, you can learn how to deal with just about anything, right? Because Karen comes in and wants to like eat your lunch. It's not a big deal when an interview comes in and wants to eat your lunch. Eventually when you become a manager, right? So entry level, it's learning how to maintain your attitude. It's learning what a real good work ethic looks like. It's learning the little things that are necessary for you to get promoted, okay? It's learning how to do the sales, the work of the business, okay? So what do you got to do to get promoted from entry level to level 1?
16 lines in 2 weeks.
16 lines in 2 weeks. Okay, so 16 lines in 2 weeks. And then you get promoted to level 1 leader. Okay? What is a level 1 leader? It's just a title. Because you haven't actually done anything yet, except for done some sales. You're an entry level with a title.
Let's go.
It's exciting. Okay? It's cool though, because at level 1, you're learning now, you should be qualifying for second round. You're learning consistency. You're learning the importance of getting up and being a leader. You're learning what it means to be a leader. Getting to the office early. Getting to the field on time. Making sure that you're holding the standard. You're holding the That's what being a leader is about, okay? You're also doing second round, so you should be getting people on your team, right? Now you're gonna be taking what you learned in entry level and you're teaching it to people, okay? So now you're learning to develop other people. You're learning how to teach and train and all that kind of stuff, all right? What does a level 1 have to do to get promoted?
Train another level 1.
Train another level 1? Train another level 1? Okay, cool. One level 1. So you train one level 1 and you become level 2?
Yes, sir.
Level 2 leader, okay? So what's a level 2 leader? It's probably a real leader. Because you have people on your team. Okay? Now you might suck. You can definitely be a shitty one, okay? But you definitely have people who probably look up to you. You definitely have people who are probably on your team, and they may or may not look up to you. But level 2 leader, now you're taking not just entry levels, but you've got a leader on your team. Okay? Now it's not just about being consistent and doing stuff yourself. It's about being consistent and doing all the little things right, because you got somebody who is looking at you and they're gonna do what you do 100%, and maybe even less, right? You could do everything right and the level 1 that's looking at you probably do 80% of that, right? You do one thing wrong and they're gonna like, boom, 120% that big, right? You're the guy that takes like the 45-minute poops. They're in there for 3 hours. The shift is 4 hours long. Or whatever, right? So, level 2 though, is about leading leaders. You're learning how to lead leaders, okay? You're learning how to develop people on a different level. It's not just about teaching them how to go to the field and make the sales, okay? I'm a firm believer anyone can go to the field and make the sales. All you gotta do is find the guy who makes the most sales and copy the shit out of him, right? This business is stupid easy, okay? You find the people who are doing a really good job. Hey, what is it that you're doing? Okay, I'm just gonna do that. And then all of a sudden, you're doing it. You know what I've done in my career? I've got to know Rapid Doggo really, really well. You know? And I just copy whatever the fuck he's doing. What are you doing? Okay, cool. You're giving a bonus for what? Alright, done. I'm done. Do it. Okay? So level 2 leader is you're learning how to be that guy. You're learning how to be the guy for your team. The level 2 leader, you've probably got like a team breakfast that you should be running. You've probably got like team goals, like your own little, like you're creating your own like ecosystem within the office. It's not just about, oh, we come, we show up, we do what we're supposed to do type shit. Like that's level 1 and entry level shit. Level 2, you should definitely by this time be thinking about, my team is my business. What am I doing? Okay? What am I doing to make my team grow faster? Okay? At some point, JD and Taylor can only do so much, right? You have to take ownership, and at level 2 is really where you should start doing that, okay? So how do you get promoted from level 2?
Promote 2 level 1s and a level 2.
Huh?
Oh, that's mastermind.
2 level 1s?
Yeah. Isn't the partner promotion the 30 apps and?
Yeah, 2 level 1s for mastermind.
Yeah, so 2 level 1s and a level 2.
And you get promoted to mastermind.
Yes.
2 level
I
1s.
mean, there's more to it than that.
And 4 pillars.
4 pillars.
And then 4 pillars.
Who's that?
Does anyone know what the 4 pillars are?
Partners should know.
Tap, guys.
Tap it.
Trust, accountability, patience, and prioritization.
Does anybody know why?
Prioritization.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so why? Trust. Okay? Because when we're gonna promote somebody out, we're gonna invest thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to promote somebody out. Thousands of my dollars, thousands of his dollars, thousands of his dollars are going to go into that promotion. I think to get that guy out here, and his was a cheap promotion, was 20 grand. Okay? Of my dollars. Which is cool, that's it's an investment. Right? But you better believe I have to trust a person if I'm gonna drop 20 grand on them. Okay? I gotta trust that when they're gonna come out here, they're gonna do everything they can to build and get to a spot where they're making money, right? They're gonna do everything in their power to make sure that their business is moving in the right direction. That if shit's hitting the fan, they're not the people that when I call and say, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's fine. And then I can like see behind them and the house is on fire. Bro, are you sure it's fine? That looks like it's on fire. No one can fix that. Okay? So there has to be a level of trust there. So when a person is going through a time that they can be honest about it, right? So trust is huge. Accountability. Nobody woke up this morning and said, I want to be broke forever, right? No. Okay, it's cool if you did. There's the door. But no one did that, right? Everybody got up today and said, man, I want to be successful.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
Money.
Guess what? Most people won't be successful. You wanna know why? Accountability. Okay? I can say all day long that I wanna do these big things with my life, right? I wanna take my kid to Japan to learn Japanese culture. He wants to learn about US history, we go to the spots and we actually learn US history, not some stupid ass book, right? We're gonna do that. And I can say that all day long. But the only person that's gonna actually make that a reality is me. Right? I have to hold myself accountable to making that a reality. Okay? So that's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Most people will say, man, I want to be a millionaire one day, as they turn on Netflix. And then they sit there for 3 hours. And then they go to bed. And then they wake up. And then they go to work because someone told them to. And then they clock in. And then they eat lunch because someone said it was okay. And then they go to the bathroom because someone said that was okay too. And then they go back to their desk. And then they clock out because it's time to go home. And they go home. One day I'll be a millionaire. Netflix. And then they'll go home. Or go to sleep. And then they'll die an insignificant life. Alright, so that's accountability.
Facts hurt.
The next is patience. Okay? Patience because success is a long game. Okay? You're never gonna wake up and just be successful, right? You have to put in the work. You have to grind, okay? No industry you'll ever go to will you just walk in and be a master of it. None, okay? This is not how it works, right? If anybody's ever read the book Outliers, it talks about the 10,000 hour rule, right? You won't ever be a master of anything until you've done it for 10,000 hours, okay? So it's up to you how long that 10,000 hours takes, right? You can mash 10,000 hours into a really short amount. I'm not like 10,000 hours. Or you can extend that for the length of your life because you're watching Netflix. But it's up to you, right? Regardless, there has to be some patience in that, okay? Because you're gonna do work and you're gonna expect to be at a certain point, and I promise you're not gonna be there, right? I was 4 months into the business. And I thought, man, I'm a boss, man. I had my team built, and it was like I was like one person or one app, I forget, away from getting promoted, hitting my qualifications, and the whole team quit. I was fucked up. I was nagged. Okay, and I was upset, and it was mostly because I wasn't being patient. I didn't realize that there was a lesson that I needed to learn. And so because I didn't realize that, I built another team. Took me 2 months, so I was now 6 months in. Super pumped, one app away, but I didn't learn any lessons from the first time. And guess what happened? Same shit. I was nagged. And then I realized, man, I think I'm supposed to be learning something here. Right? I've given 6 months, my thought process was, I've given 6 months of my life to this business. It's such a long time. I need it. In reality, 6 months is not. But anyways, so you gotta have patience. You gotta understand that there's gonna be a level of work that you're gonna have to put in. Okay, you're not an amount of time away from success. Okay, that's not how it works. It's not an amount of time that's separating you from success. It's an amount of persistent and consistent effort that's separating you from success. And you have to put in that persistent and consistent effort, and you have to be patiently putting it in because it's not gonna happen as quickly as you want it to. I didn't get to where I'm at today as quickly as I wanted to get here, okay? But I'm here now, and it was worth it, okay? It was worth being patient. So, patience is huge. We look for that obviously in partners, right? If we're not gonna promote somebody who doesn't have any level of patience at all, okay? And then prioritize, okay? Obviously, if you want anything to grow, you have to prioritize it, all right? We're looking for people who wanna prioritize their business, not our business, not JD's business, not Brian's, it's their business, okay? You get that, like you're not here for our business, you're here for yours. Okay, if you want to go open up a business anywhere, it costs a shitload of money. If you want to open up a business here, someone else pays all that. You just have to fucking do the work. Okay? So, you gotta prioritize your business. And I'm not saying you have to like only do business stuff all the time, but I promise, I became obsessed with getting through my management training program. And then when I got promoted, I became obsessed with my new baby business. Okay? And even today, I am more obsessed now than I have ever been, probably. Because I'm not where I want to be, but I'm sure in a hell of a lot better spot than a lot of people. Because I'm obsessed. I want my business to grow. I prioritize my business over Netflix. I prioritize my business over going to like a holiday Christmas bullshit party with some family that doesn't actually do anything. Like, I'm obsessed because I want more out of life than anybody else is gonna get, right? So I gotta do more. I gotta prioritize better than anyone's gonna get. Everybody talks about, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have any time. You can't, like, you're an idiot. You just don't prioritize right. Prioritize yourself, prioritize your future self. Like, they're gonna thank you. I promise, if you just prioritize them a little bit, okay? So, look for people who prioritize. You show those four pillars, you do all this stuff, you get promoted to mastermind. Mastermind, now you've got a crew, okay? Mastermind, you're in the inner circle, right? You get to go to special meetings, you get to help with whatever they say you get to help with. Like it all, and obviously that varies, but you get to do more. You get more responsibility. You get looked at as a pillar of the office because you've shown you know what you're doing. Okay? If you can get the mastermind, you know everything you need to know to run one of these businesses. You know everything you need to know to be successful at this business. Right? If you can just get the mastermind, you know it. You know it all. Okay? Now it's just about walking it out. Okay? And then you go to partner, right? Partner's next.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all do for partner?
You gotta, I mean, the way we did it in Denver at least was 30 apps, for your crew and then positive P&L for a month. So
Okay.
anything big I'm missing?
So 30 apps, that's like embarrassingly low.
Yep.
Okay. And then positive P&L. Does anyone know what a P&L is? Profit and loss statement. Okay. I promise when you have a P&L, you want it to be positive. Okay. So the reason you have to have a positive P&L for a month is because we want to make sure you get set up in the right way. You know how to make money. You know how to run a payroll. You know how to do all the little things that you need to do to have a profitable office. I promise you, if you can't have a profitable office, you need brain surgery because it's not difficult. Okay? It is really not hard to run a profitable office. You learn how to do it as a partner. Okay? You learn how to do it, really, you know how to do it by the time you're a mastermind. Okay? You just get to like, see it on paper maybe more when you're a partner. Okay? And it's fun to see it on paper. Right? It's cool, because generally it's pretty nice. Right? We'll go over that in a second. But, that's the management training program. Okay? And then
Market manager.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, market managers. That's where you get your office. Me. That's what JD, Ryan, that's what they are. Okay. That's, you, partner generally, we're just like turning in your paperwork, right? We're turning it in, we're getting you a market, we're getting your office set up, we're getting ready to drop the 20 grand to get you to where you're going type situation, you become market manager, okay? And then you run the show. They're your reps, it's your team, it's your office, all that kind of stuff, okay? That's the management training program. All right, now, why do we have this? And it takes anywhere from like 12, 24 months, depending on the person. Like, it's really like how quickly you want to get through is how quickly you get through, right? That 10,000 hour rule. Like, I went to the field 7 days a week when I was a rep. Okay, not because I had to, not because anyone told me to. I had a couple of reasons. One is I wanted to get out of Sam's Club as quickly as humanly possible. Nothing wrong with Sam's Club, it's just not for me. Number two is I was saving up for an engagement ring, right? I wanted to marry the chick I was dating. I did. So yeah. So I needed the extra money, right? All that helped me get my 10,000 hours in very, very quickly, standard-wise, I guess, right? I got a lot of reps in, right? Because I was in every single day, okay? Because I wanted more out of my life. I knew that I wanted big things, all right? So, it can take you as long as you want it to take you, reps, okay? Generally 12 to 24 months, depending on what's going on. But, why does it happen so quickly? Why is it so fast, right? One of the things that we get looked at a lot is, man, what makes you believe you can actually get to management in a year, right? Because people are so middle class mindset, right? And normally if you go entry level into a spot, it takes you 10, 15, 20 years to get to management because you have to wait for people to expire. Okay? And that's just the reality of it is, and that's what people have been like put in their brains year in, year out as they go through school. School is taught, like the way that education system is built, it's built for you to be an employee, right? It teaches you how to be an employee, okay? Nothing wrong with being an employee, all right? Nothing at all, but that's not what this is about, okay? This is about being able to make your own schedule. This is about being able to make a bigger income than any employee would be able to make, right? So, I forgot my train of thought, but essentially, why is it so fast, right? Why is it so much different, okay? It's because right now, in the U.S., there's over 4,000 Walmarts, okay? There's almost 2,000 Targets. There's, I don't even know how many Krogers. For you guys, it's King Supers. There's thousands and thousands of these retailers. There's 500 Sam's Clubs, right? There's thousands and thousands of retailers, and they all want us, okay? They want us to staff them, okay? And really what we found is that for a person to be an effective manager, they should come from the field. They should learn all the ins and outs of how to be in the office, be a sales rep, perform at a high level, and then they can teach people to perform at a high level, right? So that's what the management training is all about, but we still need the managers, right? We want to expand, we want to grow, we want to be in every retailer of everything of every kind, as much as possible, right? It'd be bad business not to, okay? So that's why the management training program is a thing, and that's why it's so fast, right? We take the 10, 15, 20 years it would take you to get to management somewhere else, and we condense all the bullshit of that into 12 to 24 months, right? And you get paid based off what you do, right? I don't know about you guys, but I like the fact that I could work my ass off and get paid because I worked my ass off. And other people could not work their ass off and they would get paid for not working their ass off. And it would be very different what we get paid, right? Different than if I go to a regular job and I get paid based off the position, right? And Joe Blow next to me has the same position, and I work my ass off. And Joe Blow does jack shit. Joe Blow gets paid just as much as I do. Fuck that. Okay? So, I like the fact that I could work my ass off and get paid more than everyone. Alright? So, that's the management training program. That's why we're trying to grow so quickly. That's why there's so many different retailers, so much more that we can accomplish if we just have people who wanna grow, right? Wanna make their own schedule, run their own business. Okay, so that's why we're excited, because there's lots of new opportunities. Kroger's just launching. It's brand new. It's sick. But why should you guys be excited? I'm like way over on time. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
Do whatever you want.
Okay, so why you guys should be excited, raise your hand if you like money.
I love money.
Imagine that. Nobody wants to be broke forever and everybody likes money. That's interesting. Okay, so,
Oh, you're.
the way the money works, okay? So, for you guys, the office gets paid about $140 per line. Now, it varies a little bit based on retail and all that kind of stuff, and sales tax, and, not sales tax, but like payroll tax and all this kind of thing. But you guys at leadership, you get paid $70 a line. This just makes my math the easiest, right? And then, that means the office gets $70 a line. Okay? So, cool, right? I think so. Now, let's say you get promoted out, alright? You make it through the management training program, you get promoted out. Cool thing is you'll probably take some of the people on your team with you to wherever you get promoted out to, right? And let's just say you're an average ass owner, okay? Hopefully no one in here wants to be average, right? Like, you tell a chick you're dating, hey, just so you know, I'm average. Nobody does that, right? Okay. So, you have 4 reps in your office, okay? Out of those 4 reps, let's just say they're doing, I think it's 8 lines a piece is the math that I'm trying to come up with. Yeah, 8 lines a piece, okay? Does anyone like actually think it's super hard to do 8 lines? No. 4 times 8 is. Man, somewhere-
32.
32, so that's 32 lines.
That's how do you guys just know that?
Yeah,
I don't know. I couldn't do never did.
I don't know, I can count to 4.
We'll practice, we'll do a workshop
So
on
if you
that.
throw it.
Well, would it be in 3rd grade with that?
So everybody knows that I
multiplication
count when there's a
test?
dollar sign before the number.
Yes, I haven't put the dollar.
Yeah.
Alright, so 4 times 8, 32. So 32 lines. Now, let's say you as well, obviously a rookie owner still in the field. Like I told you guys, I've been in the field, I was in the field for 3.5, 4 years steady. Okay? So rookie owner, you're still in the field. Okay? You're setting the pace, you're training people, you're being a good example, all this kind of stuff. Not a great example because you're only gonna do 8 lines as well. But let's say you do 8 lines. Okay? So first we'll do this. So 32 lines times $70 equals
2,240.
Oh.
$2,240. Okay. Now you go in because it's your office. You get paid the full 140. That's exciting. Okay. So you get paid 140 per line. That is
1120.
1120. Okay. So total, you're at 3360. Alright, now, one of the biggest perks of running your own office is you get to pay the bills. Woo! Okay? So there's expenses, right? These lights don't pay for themselves. The rent of this office isn't paid for by itself, okay? You get to pay the expenses, right? So generally, what we do is we just like, for an average rookie owner, we're trying to keep it around $1,500 a week, okay? That varies. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes a little higher, depending on where the office goes, stuff like that. But generally, it's about 1,500.
Oh, 1860.
So now you're at 1,860. All right. So that's 1,860. All your reps have been paid. Your bills have been paid, and you're at 1,860 left over. Okay. A week times 52 weeks.
96,720.
Now, raise your hand if you'd be upset with being paid $96,720. Yeah. So $96,000. You go 12 to 24 months as a rep, right? And you do everything you gotta do. You put it in. You do the work. You get your 10,000 hours. You pay the price, right? And the price is you work really hard. You learn what you gotta learn. You grow. You become the best version of yourself. And then you start getting paid $96,000 a year. Now keep this in mind too. This is only if you never get another rep on your team. This is only if you only do 40 lines a week for the entire year. Okay? And that would suck. That would suck. Just saying. Okay? So, if you stay an average ass owner for the entire year, you make $96,000. Okay? Obviously, if you add a rep, I mean, we could do the math, but it grows pretty quickly. Now, that's only up, that's just your local office, okay? Now, once you start promoting people out, that's a whole different ballgame, okay? You promote an office like this out, you get paid 3% of whatever they make, right? So if they make $96,000 a year, really, that's not the right math. Hold on, I'm thinking of something really quickly. I missed it. Go ahead, what were you gonna
Sorry, I was gonna say, isn't it the 3360?
say? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you promote people out, okay? Why do you wanna promote people out? It's because you get an override. Oh, here's where I was at. It's not paid by that office, right? JD doesn't pay me shit, okay? Not one single shit, alright? AT&T though, they want me to make sure JD gets his shit together and stays together, right? So they pay me 3% off every bit of revenue that goes through JD's office, right? What's 3360 times 52? Sorry.
Well, you're getting,
What?
174, 720.
174, 720 times 3%.
5,241. And
5,000.
60 cents.
241 and 60 cents.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is important.
Okay, so 3%. Damn, that's a big fucking number. Is that right?
That's you.
Huh?
Yeah,
Is that a
that's
year,
right.
right?
Yeah.
5 grand a year raise.
Oh, that's a year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
hell
yeah.
hell
Yeah.
I was about to say, what the? That's a week.
See, I mean, your perception of numbers is
Woo!
different.
Promote out to me again. Hey, who wants to get promoted? All right, so $5,000. Okay, you know what the average raise in America is right now?
2%.
It barely exists. Okay.
25 cents.
Yeah, 2% on 50 grand. What is 2% of 50 grand? The average American
$25.
average American household income is $55,000. Okay, so that's everybody in the house that works is $55,000. Okay, and the average raise is 2%. And you said that's how much?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Per year, it's about 25 cents an hour.
You got me fucked up, dude. Like no, I gotta promote somebody out and I get a $5,000 raise. Who'd be upset about that? No one. Okay, cool. Now that's just one. There's no one's going to tell you you can't promote any more people out, right? You can promote out people as much as you want. Now I would recommend you get them prepared and they're good to go and all that kind of stuff. But like every time you promote out, you have potential to be making this plus. This is only if this office stays average ass all year. As this office grows, this number grows. Okay? And then you promote out enough of these, and then you become a regional consultant, right? And then what happens, you get an extra 1% on this, so now you're getting 4% from anybody you promote out, and then it gets like complicated. Everybody they promote out, you start getting paid on as well, right? So you get 1% for everybody they promote out, okay? Raph Hidalgo, everybody's heard of Raph Hidalgo, right? When he got promoted from just like a normal promoting owner to regional consultant, he got a $250,000 raise. Okay? Overnight, no extra work that he had to do, he got a $250,000 raise. Okay? Now, you don't have to do extra work for this. You understand that he's doing the work. I'm not here. I'm here today, but not all the time. Okay? He's doing the work. He's growing the office. They're doing it together. And that number is going to go up. Okay? Same with Raph. Raph, he got regional, $250,000 raise. Didn't have to do anything extra for it. He just got promoted to national. Okay? National, he got an extra $250,000 raise. Okay? And then that first 250 went up, right? So now he's making 600 grand a year. Okay? I think that's what the math was when we did it.
He has like 665 or something.
Yeah, ridiculous. Okay, 600 lot, right? And he's not doing any extra work. Why? Because he's just promoted people out. He's helped people grow to be the best version of themselves. He's helped people understand that it takes a work ethic, it takes a drive, it takes a little bit more. You gotta do a little bit more than everybody else is willing to do, and you get to live a life that nobody else will ever get to live. Okay? Like, what would you do if you just woke up and 20 grand was dumped in your bank account?
Oh, my mama paid off some dude.
Yeah. Once a month, he gets over 50 grand dumped into his bank account. And he didn't do anything.
It's the middle, what's the average income per year?
The average income per year for a whole house gets dumped into his bank account. Like, that's pretty cool. Right? Everybody here has that opportunity. Okay? But we go back to the accountability thing. Right? You all have the opportunity to live that life. You all have the opportunity to make that kind of money. Raph will tell you himself there's nothing special about Raph Adolfo. Okay? Others would disagree. I would probably disagree personally. But he will tell you that there's nothing special about him. He graduated from high school barely, 1.9 GPA. Okay? He went to college for a year and hated his life and stopped going to college. Right? And then he worked a few odd jobs, and then he started reading leadership books. He started thinking bigger, right? He got a job in Ohio at a office, worked his way up, got promoted. 6 years later, he's getting the average American household dumped into his bank account on a monthly basis. He just dropped 75 grand on a Tesla like 2 days ago.
He was just showing them like that he could do it, right?
Yeah, just because he can.
The office picked the colors and everything. It was cute.
Sit on Apple Pay.
Yeah, he used Apple Pay to buy a Tesla.
Alright, thanks guys, we'll be here in 2 days.
In cash,
Jay uses
100%.
he uses double tap.
Yeah.
Scan his face, Tesla's on the way.
Who would be upset about that? Okay? Here's the thing though, you have to do the work. Okay? You have to be the guy that doesn't allow themselves to be complacent, right? I can promise you one thing, there's not a day that goes by that Raph isn't thinking about, how can I be better today than I was tomorrow? Right? What can I do today that I didn't do yesterday? Right? How can I say how can I be better today than I was yesterday? Right? How can I be better tomorrow than I was today? Every single day, he's looking at what can I do differently today that will move me forward? Right? What did I do, like for you guys, what did I do in the field today that caused me to roll a 0? What can I change? What can I do better? What am I doing right now? What am I sacrificing right now that's gonna help me get to where I wanna go? Because I promise that the thing about success, right? You have to pay the price of success, okay? I promise you that Raph has worked harder than anyone in this room, okay? Myself included, right? Like, he's just worked harder. He has sacrificed more, okay? He has sacrificed time with his family, he sacrificed time with friends, he sacrificed a lot to get to where he's at. You have to pay the price for success. Most people think that they can avoid paying the price for success, and that means they won't have to pay the price at all. Well, that's not the case. You'll either pay the price for success for a finite amount of time and you'll become successful and live a great life. You'll make the hard decisions today so you can have an easy life forever. Or you cannot pay the price for success and you can have a really hard life. You can make the easy decisions today and you can live a really hard life forever. Right? You can be that paycheck person. You can be that person that gets home, turns on Netflix, pretends like they're having a good day, and then goes to sleep, wakes up, wishes they didn't have to go to work, all that kind of shit, right? You can think about buying a Tesla one day, and hope for a Tesla one day, and all this kind of stuff, and oh, it'll be great, or you can be the guy that buys one with Apple Pay because it feels like it, right? Anyone in here can do it. You just have to make the decision to do it, and then you gotta take the action to back it up, okay? So, don't be the person that sleeps on your future, okay? Don't be the person that future you is gonna look at and say, why the fuck did I not go hard when I had the energy to go hard, right? You're in the best shape of your life today. It's all downhill from here. Okay, you are dying. So don't waste your own time, man. Like, don't waste time. Okay? Raph didn't waste any time. That's why he's in his 20s and he's making $600 grand a year in his sleep.
26?
Something like that.
Yeah.
26. He's 26 years old and he can buy all your parents' houses. So, like, don't be that person that says, oh, I'll just get it tomorrow. Oh, I'll just get it, and I'll do it, it'll be better, I just need to do a little, it'll be fine, and then watch Netflix. Don't be that person. If you wanna be that person, that's cool, but don't pretend like you're not, right? Be real with yourself, okay? You can do whatever you want with this business, that's what I love about it, right? Is you don't have to be a Sam's Club rep forever. You don't have to be in Sam's Club forever. You can get to the point you can take it as far as you want to go. You can be the next Raffadalgo, and you can do whatever the hell you want. You can be whoever you want to be, right? If you had $600 grand in your bank account, or $600 grand coming in on a yearly basis, what would you do?
Pay off my bills.
You wouldn't even know what your bills were.
I probably wouldn't even be worried about it.
Hell no, you wouldn't be worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I don't get $600 grand. But you sure wouldn't be worried about it. Okay?
Start another.
Yeah, you could do whatever you wanted to do. Like, all the dreams that you've ever had, okay, you could actually accomplish them. You could actually help out the people you want to help out. You could do the fun things you wanted to do. You could start the businesses you wanted to start. You could do whatever you wanted. And everybody has that same opportunity. You just have to go out and take it. Okay? So, go take it.
Let's go!
Woo!